Times Himachal News Bulletin, and in this bulletin you will get today's all the important updates of Himachal Pradesh in one go. So starting today's bulletin and moving to the first news of today's bulletin, apart from the sitting MLAs, 93 former MLAs will also attend the special session of the Assembly. The Assembly Secretariat has given full force to make the special session to be held on September 17th in the Himachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly, memorable on the occasion of Golden Jubilee of the state. Speaker Vipin Singh Parmar told during the press conference held at the Assembly Secretariat on Tuesday that President Ramnath Kovind will address the special session of the Assembly on September 17th at 11 a.m. All the former members of Legislative Assembly have been called in the session to make a special session memorable out of 51 programs to be organized to commemorate the Golden Jubilee of this state. An all-party meeting will also be held in the Assembly on Wednesday for the successful conduct of this session. Moving ahead to the second news of today's bulletin, MLA Rana demands CBI inquiry from President Prime Minister. In the famous fake degree case of the state, the voice of the scam worth crores has now reached the Delhi court. Congress MLA and party State Vice President Rajendra Rana has written a letter to the President, Prime Minister, Home Minister, Chief Minister and Governor demanding a CBI inquiry into the matter. Showing copies of letter written to President, Governor, Prime Minister and Chief Minister to the media, Rana said that he has been continuously raising the serious issue of fake degree scandal inside and outside the Assembly for a long time. Because in this fake degree scandal, where crore of rupees have been embezzled and scammed, the educational life of thousands of youth have been played with. Rana has alleged that in this case, the government is trying to save the real culprit and is trying to hide the real facts of this case. Former Chief Minister Shanta Kumar, an ally of BJP government, has clearly said that he is neither satisfied with the investigation of the fake degree scandal nor with the performance of the government and system. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, admission in class 12th will be done till September 18th. The last date for admission in class 12th in government schools of the state has been extended till September 18th. The Directorate of Higher Education has issued a letter to all the district deputy directors in this regard on Tuesday. Education Minister Govind Singh Thakur has said that schools will be considered for opening only when the cases of corona infection are less in the state. First of all the students of class 9 to 12 will be called in the schools. He said that from Wednesday, the coaching of NEET and JEE will also start to the students studying in government schools. Under this, written material will be given to the students by the Education Department. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, Food Supply Minister Piyush Goyal will now talk to the beneficiaries. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will no longer interact with the beneficiaries in the program to be held in Peterhof on September 25 regarding the Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. Union Food Supplies Minister Piyush Goyal is coming to Shimla to participate in this program. Instead of PM, he will now talk to the beneficiaries. Chief Secretary Ram Subhag Singh held a meeting with the food supply officers regarding this matter and took stock of the preparations. Under the scheme, empty bag of 10 kg each will be given to 7 lakh poor families in this state. The bag carries photographs of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Jairam Thakur. Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana is being run by the central government. In this, 5 kg per person free ration is being given to poor families. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, Education Board has reduced registration fees. Duplicate will not be written after name correction. Many important decisions were taken in the 170th meeting of the Board of Directors of Himachal Pradesh School Education Board. Along with this, the board management has also reduced its budget to rupees 139 crore. President of Himachal Pradesh Board of School Education, Dr. Suresh Kumar Soni, informed that in the meeting of the Board of Directors held in the board's office, the board has made a huge cut in the registration fees of the candidates appearing in the examinations from regular classes directly through the state open schools. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, Rajan Sushant said if the by-election is not conducted, then even the chariot festival will not be allowed. State President of Himachal Party and former Minister Dr. Rajan Sushant has said that if the by-elections are not announced in the state soon, then the proposed government's Golden Chariot Festival in October will also not be allowed. On Tuesday, Sushant met Chief Electoral Officer C. Palrasu at the State Secretariat, Shimla, and submitted a memorandum to him. Talking to reporters at Secretariat, Sushant said that the democratic rights are being snatched from the public of this state. There is no merit in the government's argument for postponing the by-election. The cases of corona infection are decreasing now. The data for the last 5 weeks have been given to the Chief Electoral Officer. The reports of the scientists have been given regarding the landslide. It is clear in the report if the election date is after the end of of September, then there will be no risk of landslides and rain. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, CM Jairam said, Vikramaditya in a hurry. The family going through mourning, they should be patient. Chief Minister Jairam Thakur has said that Vikramaditya Singh is in a hurry. Right now his family is going through a period of mourning. He should have restraint and patience about what he should speak politically. BJP's decision will lead the party, not Vikramaditya Singh. After reaching Delhi, Chief Minister Jairam Thakur said in an informal conversation with the media on Tuesday that the organization has scheduled program in New Delhi. He has come to attend the organization's meeting. This meeting was not fixed today but 20 days ago. After the Gujarat episode, the return of CM Jairam Thakur from New Delhi to Shimla, there has been a lot of political stir in the state after the call of High Command again. In the midst of this stir, Vikramaditya Singh has said that in a public meeting at Dhalpur ground in Kullu on Monday that the Chief Minister should not worry about the leader of the Congress, worry about yourself. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, UCO Bank's general manager said if money came out of fraud, then complain in 3 days. The amount will be returned. In the increasing era of digital transactions, if there are incidents of fraud from the bank account, if the customer complains to the bank within 3 days, then he will get all the money back. Sanjay Kumar, general manager of UCO Bank, who came from Kolkata, gave this information in a press conference held in the capital Shimla on Tuesday. He said that if someone wrongly withdraws money from your bank account and you complain to the bank about this matter within 3 days, then you will not have to bear the loss. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, Nadda asked the CM, how much is the state ready for the by-elections? The work of the ministers also discussed. BJP National President JP Nadda asked Chief Minister Jairam Thakur how prepared Himachal Pradesh Mandi is for the lower house and the 3 assembly by-elections. Jairam met Nadda in New Delhi on Tuesday afternoon. During this, apart from Minister Mahin Singh Thakur, other possible candidates were discussed in Mandi parliamentary seat. At the same time, the possible candidates for Jubbal Kothaki, Arki and Fatehpur assembly by-elections were also discussed. Apart from this, Nadda also learned the report cards of all the ministers of the state from the CM. Moving ahead to the next news in today's bulletin, 285 unqualified teachers of private universities will be on permanent leave. Unqualified staff will be discharged from the private universities of Himachal Pradesh. Thus, the State Private Educational Institutions Regulatory Commission will issue a letter to the university management this week, instructing them to remove about 285 such teachers, defying the standards set by UGC. Many private universities have appointed 35% teachers. Apart from this, the commission has also summoned the principal and the management committees of 20 private colleges for not giving information about educational qualifications. The appointment of unqualified teachers in private universities has been revealed in the investigation of Private Educational Institution Regulatory Commission. Private universities are accused of not fulfilling the rules of the year 2009 and 2016 of the UGC. Many teachers are not net pass. Moving ahead to the last news of today's bulletin, video made of female employee changing clothes in hospital. Accused cleaning worker arrested. A sanitation worker at Shimla's IGMC hospital made a video of female health worker changing clothes. Acting on the complaint of the lady worker, the police immediately swung into action and arrested the accused sweeper. A criminal case has been registered against the accused. This incident happened on Tuesday. According to the police, women health workers are posted in department of IGMC. After reaching IGMC, she was changing her dress by going to the changing room for duty. Meanwhile, the lady found that video of her was being made through a mobile on the wall of the room adjacent to the changing room. On this, when the female worker came out of the changing room, she found that the cleaning worker of the hospital was making video of her on mobile. So that's it for today's bulletin, guys. We will meet you again tomorrow. Till then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.